Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus here with a Transformers review. This time we're going to take a look at Reveal the Shield Legends Class Prowl. Hi YouTube, Ultra Maximus again. Today we're going to look at Prowl, little Legends class. Decent little figure. I like this little guy. We're going to talk more about the figure. We'll look at the package. We'll look at the figure itself. Just kind of want to go back to the old standard of talking about the character itself first. So, Prowl. Definitely fan favorite, which is why he got into the Legends class, obviously. And, talk about the Legends class. It's generally the smaller figures, and really, when you look at them, I mean, they really are those legendary figures, the ones that people want. They just kind of throw them out there. They're kind of nice little nods to these fan favorite characters out there. And I don't know if you've ever thought of that way, but that kind of hit me, and especially with this past series of Reveal the Shield figures that came out, which was really nice because they went back to the old little rub stickers on the toy itself. So that's kind of fun. That's kind of nice. So Prowl, Generation 1. Prowl that's probably one of my more favorite incarnations of Prowl. He's had a few different ones in the comics and in the cartoons, and we didn't get him in a movie, which was unfortunate. I was really kind of hoping to see Prowl in a movie. But in his G1 incarnation, he was, I would say, probably the more level-headed of the three repaints of Prowl and Smokescreen and Blue Streak. But he wasn't what he eventually ends up becoming personality-wise in the comics. I mean, he was more level-headed, maybe a bit more prim and proper, but in the comic books, in the Dreamwave books and the IDW books, he becomes much more security-minded. He becomes much more rigid in personality, and really, I mean, he kind of becomes a dick in the latest comics in the IDW universe. So, and I think they play off of that, of him being the police car and security mode and all that kind of good stuff. So that's how his character's kind of evolved. I personally like him better to be a bit more level-headed, not so much of a dick of a character. But, I mean, I do like some of the stories where he is like that. He's a great go alongside with Ultra Magnus, especially in the IDW comics. Another incarnation of Prowl that I really liked was in Transformers Animated. They did a good job of really changing the character from the G1. He's probably one of the few in Animated that they revamped dramatically, where he really didn't look much at all like his old self. He was still a police vehicle, but he was a motorcycle. He still had the little crest on top, but he was gold and black, and he was a ninja, which was interesting. Again, very stiff personality, and at times I guess he could have been a little dickish, especially at the beginning, because he wasn't part of the original crew. But he becomes a very honorable character, a very, very likable character, and that's the, I think, best point of Prowl. He's stiff, but he's honorable, he's likable, and that's what's made him a fan favorite for generations. Get it? Haha, generations. So definitely a great character. I've always liked this character. I did not have this character G1 toy when I was young, but I did pick up the Toys R Us reissue, the Encore Prowl, so I did finally get a metal G1 toy Prowl, so that was kind of nice. I'd like to see him in a Transformers Prime. I'd like to see him make an appearance, and what would be really nice, since the Transformers Prime series is kind of the animated Bayformers, more or less, I'd like to see Barricade come in and just see a showdown between Barricade and Prowl. That would be fantastic. So that's pretty much Prowl. Let's take a look at the toy. Let's take a look at the package. Let's take a look at the robot and vehicle mode and see what we got going. Okay, so let's take a look at Prowl here in robot mode. Prowl's pretty decent. We like the way he looks. He's got these little red pieces up here on the top, his little Reveal the Shield logo, If we can help it out. He is an Autobot. I actually have a Reveal the Shield, I believe it's Ramjet, that has an Autobot logo on it, not a Decepticon. So every once in a while I get kind of excited. Hopefully it's something a little different. Kind of a mess up on the figure. Decent paint job. Got the police on the side. He stands pretty well. Articulation, his knees bend, his shoulder or waist bends. He's got his arms move at the ball joints up here. He does not have any articulation in his elbows and zero articulation in his head. I mean, it's a Legends class figure. The one thing that I don't like about the robot mode is that his little door flaps here, his wings, I like the fact that he has them, but they're not sticking out. It'd been nice if they'd swung out here. That's about the only thing that I can say that in robot mode I am missing from this figure. So looks pretty decent. Really like him. We'll take a look at him here in vehicle mode. Now he does have a couple little pieces on his back here that keep his feet up. They do a good job. He's a very posable figure. He stands really well. Never had much of an issue with him. To take a look at his card, here's the back of his card. He is a level 1 Transformer, and he's got his Reveal the Shield. He's got his instructions on here. Everything's there. His strength is a 7, intelligence of a 10, speed of a 7, endurance of a 6, rank of 9, courage of 8, fire blast of 7, and skill of 8. So everything seems pretty much on point there. We got his instructions on how to transform him. Nothing really big. Obviously, we have his Reveal the Shield logo there. And, I mean, it's a standard card for a Legends figure. So let's take a look at him in vehicle mode. Okay, so here's Prowl in vehicle mode. Again, looks pretty good. I like the police card. It's very Gen 1 style. He's got his little logo up here. He transforms really well. I like how his back end kind of folds up in. Really good for this size of a transformer. Paint job looks pretty decent. I like how they've got the kind of blue. There's a bit of a blue sparkle sheen in the windshield, which is nice. We've got the headlights painted. Obviously, the police logo says Highway Patrol on it. That looks really nice. It's sad that they did not paint this back window piece here. That'd been nice to add that in there. And then there's no taillight painting. That's kind of disappointing. And we've got this big gap back here. But again, it's a Legends figure. We can't really complain too terribly much. Looks good. We like him. He rolls pretty good. Him in comparison, let's say, to Optimus Prime. There he is in truck mode. And then, of course, I always like to throw his little trailer. Well, it's from the Bot Shots, but it looks really good. But looks really nice alongside Optimus. He's actually pretty decent size in comparison to Optimus Prime. All in all, very good Legends figure. If you're a Prowl fan, this is definitely one that you're going to want. So thanks for watching, guys, and look for more videos in the future.